Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Coco Gauff's unique season streak confession turns heads amid Cincinnati Open spotlight. Tennis players have always used the court as their runway, a space where they can unapologetically be themselves. Roger Federer's headbands, for instance, were as iconic as his one-handed backhand. And who can forget how Rafael Nadal, in his initial days, ditched sleeves altogether and had his biceps on full display? Or how Serena Williams stunned the world at the 2004 U.S. Open with her studded black Nike dress and shiny gladiator-inspired boots. And now, the 21-year-old American Coco Gauff is following in their footsteps with not just her impressive tennis, but also bold fashion statements. Earlier this year, in an interview with Fashionista, Gauff revealed, "Unfortunately, the school that I went to was a uniform only, so I couldn't really express myself in that." She was in the 3rd grade, being homeschooled, when she really got into clothes and became curious about fashion. Now, Gauff not only expresses herself with her bold outfits, but she also takes great pride in them. She's known for her fashion-forward approach to on-court attire, sporting unique designs in collaboration with Miu Miu and New Balance. Cincinnati will be no exception. This week is Miu Miu. I have not repeated an outfit. I don't know if anyone has noticed this year. I've worn a different outfit for every tournament. That's something I'm really proud of, and I don't think it's been done," she said, as reported by Cincinnati Open. This week, she will debut a fresh look and new co-branded capsule with New Balance and Miu Miu. And in case you're wondering, she has, in fact, not repeated any of her outfits. Take, for instance, the Grand Slams she has participated in this year. At Wimbledon, she stepped onto the grass in an intricate embroidered bodice and a belted pleated skirt reminiscent of a kilt and corset, a nod to British tailoring. At the French Open, she donned a marbled illusion fabric in shades of dark blue set against a muted purple tone. It consisted of a sleeveless shirt with a coordinated pleated skirt. While at the 2025 AO, she was seen in a white bodysuit featuring side cutouts and an open-back design, paired with a stylish olive green wraparound skirt. In fact, Coco Gauff also confirmed that she'll debut another custom look for the U.S. Open. "It's not as intricate as Wimbledon was," she added with a smile in her presser at the Cincinnati Open, which, needless to say, is a crucial stepping stone to the final slam of the year. Coco Gauff will not have it easy at the 2025 Cincinnati Open. As the top seed, Coco Gauff was one of the favorites to lift the title in Montreal, but surprisingly, she was defeated by the 18-year-old Canadian, Victoria Mboko, in the R16 by 1-6, 4-6. In her 3 matches at the Canadian Open, Gauff committed 42 double faults. Reacting to her serving woes during the Canadian Open campaign, she said, "Obviously, I am disappointed in myself when it comes to that part of the game because I didn't play DC City DC Open to work on that and made changes to that." She claimed she did well during the practice sessions, which made her on-court failure all the more frustrating. Several tennis experts came up with various kinds of advice to help Coco Gauff overcome her biggest weakness. But amid all these, she has now put her singles misery behind with a title triumph in doubles. Coco Gauff and McCartney Kessler defeated the duo of Taylor Townsend and Zhang Shuai in the doubles final of the Canadian Open by 6-4, 1-6, 13-11. Following this title triumph in Montreal, Coco Gauff posted a picture where she was seen holding the title with Kessler alongside her, and she captioned that post with, "Fun 2 weeks here in Montreal. Glad I got to leave here with another one for the cabinet. Thank you, McCartney, for playing with me and for being so clutch, and thank you guys for the support." Then in another IG post, she cracked a joke on this win, saying, "LL temporarily came out of doubles retirement and got a dub." Thanks to the win, Coco Gauff now has 10 doubles titles and 10 singles titles. Can she make it 11 by winning the singles title at the Cincinnati Open? Well, the road to her title triumph is filled with massive hurdles at the moment. She'll be facing either Emiliano Arango or Wang Xinyu in her first match, and following that, there could be a possible rematch with Diana Yastremska in the next round. The Ukrainian defeated Gauff in the first round of Wimbledon in straight sets. So, The American will be keen to take her revenge this time. In the fourth round, she could possibly cross paths with Yelena Ostapenko before setting up a potential clash with the four-time Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka in the QF. Then in the semifinal, Coco Gauff may face her compatriot Jessica Pegula before taking on either Aryna Sabalenka or Iga Swiatek in the final. She's keen to bounce back on winning tracks in the singles, but how far do you think she can reach at the Cincinnati Open? In the world of tennis, Coco Gauff is no stranger to the spotlight. From her breakout performance at Wimbledon in 2019 as a 15-year-old prodigy to her steady rise into the sport's elite, Gauff has always captivated fans not only with her powerful game, but also with her poise and authenticity. But at the 2025 Cincinnati Open, Gauff's game isn't the only thing grabbing headlines. During a pre-tournament press conference, the reigning U.S. Open champion made a candid confession that has set social media ablaze and sparked conversations across locker rooms and lounges. The 21-year-old star revealed a unique and decidedly quirky personal streak she's maintained throughout the 2025 tennis season. One that has nothing to do with serve percentages or unforced errors. "I haven't repeated a single breakfast all year," Gauff said with a grin, responding to a light-hearted question about her pre-match routines. "Not once. I've had 213 different breakfasts since January 1st. The room erupted in laughter. The reporters leaned in. Cameras zoomed. And just like that, Coco Gauff had started a conversation that transcended sports. The breakfast streak, more than just food. As absurd as it sounded on first hearing, Gauff's breakfast streak turned out to be a deeply personal challenge, one that speaks volumes about her mindset, growth, and approach to her game in 2025. "I started doing it as a mental thing," she later explained. "Tennis is so repetitive, same hotels, same warm-ups, same press conferences. I wanted one part of my day to always be unpredictable. So I told myself, no breakfast repeats, not even a variation. If I had avocado toast on January 2nd, it's off the menu for the rest of the year." What began as a spontaneous idea quickly turned into a full-blown lifestyle. Gauff keeps a meticulously detailed breakfast diary, complete with photos, ingredients, location, and post-meal rating. She's had everything from Icelandic skier bowls in Reykjavik to congee in Hong Kong. In Charleston, she tried shrimp and grits with a poached egg. In Madrid, she ventured into churros dipped in thick chocolate. And yes, during a storm delay in Rome, she made her own shakshuka in her hotel suite. Tennis fans, naturally, have latched onto the idea. #Gauff Breakfast Challenge trended on X, formerly Twitter, just hours after her Cincinnati confession. Thousands of fans have pledged to try a different breakfast every day for a week, a month, or even the rest of season. Tennis and the mind game. While some might see this breakfast streak as eccentric or frivolous, sports psychologists are applauding Gauff's creativity. "What Coco's doing is brilliant in its simplicity," said Dr. Lena Okoro, a sports psychologist who works with elite athletes across the globe. "Routines can be comforting, but they can also trap you mentally, especially in high-performance environments. Gauff has created a playful disruption in her routine, which helps keep her mentally flexible and resilient." Indeed, 2025 has arguably been Gauff's most balanced season to date. Though she hasn't racked up the number of titles she did in her 2023 surge, she has shown remarkable consistency, making the semifinals or better in 9 out of 11 tournaments played. Her on-court demeanor is noticeably calmer, and she's maintained a top 3 ranking all year. "Keeping the game fun is a big part of staying in love with it," Gauff said after her second-round win in Cincinnati. "Some players meditate. Some go fishing. I try new breakfasts." Teammates, rivals, and reactions. Gauff's confession didn't go unnoticed among her peers. Aryna Sabalenka, known for her intense style and sense of humor, jokingly told reporters, "So if I cook her pancakes, she'll have to say no? I'm going to sabotage her streak in the players' lounge." Meanwhile, Iga Swiatek, the cerebral Polish star and Gauff's frequent rival, admitted she was intrigued by the idea. "I love routine, but I think I might try this for a week. It sounds kind of freeing," Swiatek said. Even veterans like Venus Williams chimed in, posting a picture of her own colorful breakfast spread on Instagram with the caption, "Inspired by Coco Gauff, day 1 of 365. Beyond the tennis world, Gauff's breakfast confession made headlines in Vogue, the New York Times, and even Bon Appetit. Celebrity chefs began offering suggestions for future meals. One popular YouTube food blogger announced a Coco Gauff breakfast series, recreating 30 of the dishes she's known to have eaten this year. Behind the smiles, what it really means. While the breakfast streak is a fun and buzzworthy detail, for Gauff it's about something deeper, controlling the controllables in an otherwise chaotic life. In this sport, so much is out of your hands. The draw, the weather, line calls, injuries, it's all unpredictable. Gauff said during a more reflective moment, "But breakfast, that's mine. It's the one thing I can plan that has no bearing on rankings or pressure. It's just joy." That joy seems to be radiating through her play. In her first 2 matches at the Cincinnati Open, Gauff showcased a blend of aggressive shot-making and patient rally construction. She served well, minimized unforced errors, and, most notably, looked relaxed, almost serene on court. Tennis legend Billie Jean King, watching from the stands during Gauff's third-round match, later remarked, "Coco has always been special, but now she's owning her process. That's when champions rise." Eyes on the prize. Of course, all eyes are now on whether Gauff can convert this momentum into another deep run, and potentially her second Cincinnati title. With the U.S. Open on the horizon, this is prime preparation time. But Coco isn't getting ahead of herself. One match at a time. One breakfast at a time. She quipped in her on-court interview after her quarterfinal win, "I had Turkish menemen this morning, and now I've got a semi to get ready for." She then held up a handwritten sign to the camera that read, "Got any breakfast ideas? DM me." The bigger picture. What makes Gauff's confession and her season so compelling isn't just the novelty of her breakfast quest. It's the fact that it's emblematic of a broader shift in how athletes, particularly young ones, are redefining success and well-being. Gauff is part of a new generation of stars who aren't afraid to show their quirks, speak their minds, and prioritize mental health. Whether it's Naomi Osaka advocating for athlete mental health, Carlos Alcaraz dancing mid-match, or Gauff carefully curating her breakfast menu, today's tennis stars are proving that greatness doesn't have to come at the expense of joy. As the Cincinnati Open reaches its crescendo, fans are tuning in not just to watch world-class tennis, but to root for a young woman who is mastering the art of balance, one morning plate at a time. Epilogue, a legacy of lightness? Whether Coco Gauff walks away from Cincinnati with a trophy or not, her breakfast confession will remain one of the most delightfully human moments of the 2025 season. And as fans speculate what dish she'll try next, Swedish rye porridge? Jamaican ackee and saltfish? The broader message lingers. In a high-stakes, high-pressure world, maybe we all need our version of the breakfast streak. Something that grounds us, surprises us, and reminds us to find joy in the everyday.